Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You look at this Packers defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
19 tight.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Now the third-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. Hey, 21 TA.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. On the move past the 40.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now Cunningham. And that is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action, it's Cunningham. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Raiders at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
of the gun here. It's Cunningham. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
19 Tiger. Dragon 60.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got Smith here.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed. A gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. He's across midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You look at this Packers defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given out.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Cougar 19. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger. Hey, Smash. Panther 11. Let go.
Now a first down throw. Cunningham
Goes right back to Smith again.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. A give running right is Gainwell.
Now off to the races down the right side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Tua sets up to pass it. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
All right, come on.
Tua now on 1st down.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Come 19! Come 19!
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
79 Broncos! Drop 60! Drop 60! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Go!
Here's Cunningham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
Ready? Back 60. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
And they'll accept that penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Bronco 80, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lions. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Cunningham.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
18, pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Come 19. Come 19. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Cunningham to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Cunningham. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Tua going to throw.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Pat O'Donnell coming out for Green Bay on 4th down.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Mustang 19. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On second down, here's Cunningham. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And the Raiders have got him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Let's go now.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
19 tight, 19 tight.
A final shot before break. Cunningham flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams making their
Coach.
final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Kick.
Now Tua.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
72 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
He finds his big tight end. That's Kraft.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This is caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
28 yards.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Cunningham looking to throw.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
60 average.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Now Cunningham. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Warriors 70. Go.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
70 range, 70 range, Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer. Hurt.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham flush to his right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Ready.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did, you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You still hold your breath the way as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
On second down, Tua.
Got his man. It's Gainwell.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow. It's the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Here's Cunningham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That is taken in by the tight end, Mayer.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there on third down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first and 10, Cunningham. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The rookie Tyree Wilson, a first-round pick there to bring him down. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7.
Cover 2.
And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, it's Gainwell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
All right, come on.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8.
Cover 1.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Packers.
Kenneth Gainwell with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Mecole Hardman.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Mecole Hardman.
81 yards.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, What do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Looking to pass. Tua. Steps away to his left. Oh, the spin. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll
come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Smash.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneers. Check smash, check smash.
He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side.
Room to maneuver at the 35. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jeff Smith,
65 yards.
and the Raiders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Reed. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down. Now Tua.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Throwing Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. He's to the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Here's Tua. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Tua.
And his throw is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now.
21G, 21G, hey, 21G. Hey, let's go.
Tagovailoa.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Check, 18 Randall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down. Tua. That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Hey, get set.
Tua to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now Tua.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
20, TX.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can fly.